There we go, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, it takes a little bit for it to stream, so I always have to make sure that we are good to go. Y'all, so this wreath frame, the ties are a little loose on it. I don't know what happened, but they're a little loose, so I'm just adding some zip ties to kind of tighten them up a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. But we're gonna make another watermelon wreath. If you follow me on my Designs by Jordan page, or you follow me on the DecoeExchange page, or in the creative coaching group, y'all know I've been talking about doing fall and Halloween. Y'all, I am ready to do all that, but I can't keep a watermelon wreath in my shop. They are just... I've sold 6 watermelon wreaths this year. 6. I've never sold that many watermelon anything. So I'm like, well, you know what, Jordan? We're gonna just continue making some watermelon wreaths till they don't sell anymore. I am using some leftover mesh. So the sign we're using is this welcome sign. It's cute watermelon welcome sign. AP 8785, cute welcome sign. So it was either between that one or this one that came in the monthly box, or this one that I got from another creator, another person that does hand painted signs. So this one kind of giving me the same feel, but this came in the deluxe monthly box this past month. So this month for May. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do just another watermelon wreath. That watermelon was just a little too pink for me, so I want to do reds. Because, y'all, like I said, I can't keep a watermelon wreath in stock, which is kind of crazy to me. Being 100% honest with y'all, it's kind of crazy that I can't keep a watermelon wreath in stock. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this mesh. Guess if I tighten up my blade, it'd be good. These are 30-inch ruffles for the outer ring. And I need 5 cuts of these because there's 10 ties on the outer ring. Okay, so there's our outer ring, and then I'm going to try and use whatever I have left here. And cut for our inner ring. I need 4 cuts of this at 18 inches. I hope I have enough. I hope I have enough. Good morning, y'all. I think I'm barely gonna have enough. Like, barely. Like, we're gonna be pushing it, y'all. Oh, yeah, we are definitely gonna be pushing it. So I'm just I used some leftover Christmas mesh, y'all. That red and green is just leftover Christmas mesh, so use up those scraps and pieces. That's why. So this one is we're gonna do like the 1.0 because I'm gonna use the 21-inch mesh that I have here that I have left. Yo, look at that. Barely made it. 6 and so using all of my some leftover Christmas scraps that I have, which there's no problem with doing that, y'all. So 1.0 is doing the 21-inch mesh on the inner ring, measuring 10 inches, and then we do 30-inch ruffles on the outer ring. So I do have some rolls of 21-inch mesh that I have just pieces left. Yeah, so I try to make sure I stretch my dollar as much as I can because I will rather save money on this. So y'all, I've already made my money back on like 2 other wreaths that I've designed using that stuff. So really, it's to me, I think it's okay because it's gonna allow me to bring in like a fair silk ribbon to use. So we're coming in, drop that to the floor. I always just run that together, secure that tightly into my wreath base, my wreath frame. I'm going to add another step right here. I'm going to go ahead and zip tie this. Paula's watching from Houston, Texas. Love Houston, Texas. I got lots of friends that live in Houston, Texas. So I'm measuring out 10 inches. So these are going to be 10-inch poofs just on the inner ring, y'all. What size are the cuts? The cuts were, so the first cuts we did were 30 inches. And then the second cuts we did were 18 inches. So just measuring out 10-inch poofs. And this is just going on the inner ring, y'all. And when you ever hear me talk about inner and an outer ring, this is my inner ring and this is my outer ring. Inner, outer. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about my inner and outer ring. So we're applying this mesh to the inner ring. So we are just using up our scraps, y'all. This was a roll of mesh that I've had, and I've already used it on other projects. I think I used it on a wreath. Actually, I think this is the leftover mesh that I used last week here on when we were making another watermelon wreath. So y'all don't think because you have only a little bit of mesh that you can't use it. If you have multiple rolls of the same color mesh like I do, see, I have another one, and I'm only lacking literally 1 poof, y'all. 1 poof. That's all I'm going to be lacking. So I'm glad I have that extra roll so I can make that 1 poof. Okay, so just coming in, I want to try and make that go towards the back. So I'm going to try and put that into my poof right there. I'm going to secure that in. And then measuring up 10 inches, just so I can make sure that it's in there. Now this mesh right here, I will tell you, is definitely heavy foiled. It's a heavy foil mesh, so it was a little bit more expensive. I don't even think they actually make this one anymore, but they have so many other 21-inch mesh styles. This is a 21-inch mesh, but I love this one. I love this one especially during Christmas, but I think I'm down to like 2 rolls, y'all. 2 or 3 rolls. And at one point I used to have like 30. So I've used this a lot. Okay, so we still have this mesh. I'm going to go ahead and just cut that. So it's not going to fray anymore. I mean, mesh is going to fray, period, but at least I won't get all tangled up. Okay, so now we're just going to fluff those out. And we're going to get our 30-inch ruffles. And we're just going to ruffle these up. I usually run them up against my chest, stomach area. Just go once, twice, 3 times a lady. Just like that. Create that little ruffle. And it's a question I do get asked a lot all the time. How am I putting them in there? I'm putting them in there not vertically, but more horizontal, but kind of like in between. So these are going on the outer ring. Good morning, y'all. Okay. So going along the outer ring with our 30-inch ruffles. One thing I do love to do as well, y'all, is when I'm creating, what I'm making, is, you know, sometimes I don't feel like doing the whole wreath. Sometimes I really don't, y'all. So what I do is I go through and pick out projects and mesh for my projects, and I just make the bases. So like when I do my craft show, boom, I will be doing a lot of red, white, and green. So I try and do those all together. Yeah, this mesh is definitely perfect for gingerbread. And y'all know Coach Megan loves her gingerbread. She loves her gingies. Okay, so we're just going through, adding these on our outer ring. You know, like I said, I can't keep watermelon wreaths in stock. As soon as I post it, it's gone, like within the day or 2. And I'm like, man, I can't keep these in stock. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and we're going to continue making watermelon wreaths for as long as I can. Because if I sell all of them out, then I'll be happy. Like I said, I've already sold 6 watermelon wreaths. 6. I've never sold that many watermelon wreaths in probably the past 4 years. Megan says she loves gingies. Yo, I think that's why she likes Parker a lot. Because of his red hair. I see you, Fugate. I see you. I know, Kathleen. I definitely need to get the customer what they want because they do not want to see Fallen Halloween right now. people have already voiced their opinions. So now coming in with my 18-inch ruffles, and we're going to add those into our inner ring. Just coming through, adding these in. So normally I like to cut these ruffles about between 22 and 24 inches. 24 inches I really do like, but I knew I was cutting it close, y'all, with my mesh. I was cutting it very, very close. Hey, Margaret Baker. So I was like, you know what, I've got to find a happy medium here. So I went with 18 inches. Just so I can get enough in there to add so it all ties in together. But y'all, these are perfect for Christmas color. These are Christmas colors. This one is definitely a Christmas mesh because it's got that snowdrift on it. So love that. Of course. Well, I love Christmas, so. Goes Christmas, Halloween, and 4th of July. Sometimes 4th of July trumps Halloween though. Like I like the 4th of July. I ordered me some new metal round top collection stakes for outside. They're ice cream cones, so I'm super excited to get those. I decorate our porch for 4th of July like crazy. And it's a porch that no one can see, so it's even better. Okay, so there is our base, y'all. Nice and fluffy base. And y'all, my wreaths are usually really nice and thick, so this is going to make a nice thick base. If you are, I will tell you, if you're looking for something that's going to fit between your storm door and your regular storm door and your regular door, do not follow my tutorials. Because my wreaths are usually really, really thick. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm trying to decide if I want to do ribbon tails or if I want to do the little roller coasters. I think I want to do the roller coasters. Yep, that's exactly what I want to do. So on this right here, I kept the tail long right here because I want a bow in this general area with the welcome sign. So I want to make sure that this comes down, y'all. This is the way you can make your wreaths kind of appear larger than what they really are by extending this out, this ribbon. And I am using some ribbons from the monthly box, which was the watermelon ribbon. Really, really love that. Y'all, I'm telling you, I've used every single watermelon thing. I've already used the 2 flip-flop signs. I've used the watermelon ribbon. I used the mesh out of my box. So, y'all, if you're not subscribed to that box, I've already used the black and white mesh. Used the black and white mesh. I used the pink, the lime green, so I get both. I get the deluxe and the regular box, y'all. So I've used the 2 rolls of lime green ribbon, the two rolls of lime green mesh, the 2 rolls of hot pink mesh, 1 roll of the black mesh, the 2 rolls of watermelon ribbon, the 2 rolls of striped ribbon that I got, and the 2 flip-flop signs. Y'all, I've already used all of that from my supply boxes. Because I am subscribed, I do get both. I get the regular and the deluxe, so I get double the supplies. And sometimes it works out great because I've already used all of that stuff, y'all. You can go to wreathsupplybox.com, check it out if it's something that interests you. There are 2 versions. There's a standard version and then there's a deluxe version. So I am super thankful that I got that box because it's all gone now. I have the strawberries and some of the lemon stuff left. And that's it. If y'all are subscribers of the monthly box, have y'all already used some of your stuff? Good morning, y'all. Sarah said she really loves the colors. Thank you. So we're just coming through adding our ribbon. Now you can do ribbon tails if you want to. I'm loving doing this. I call them roller coasters. I love doing this method on it. I still love cutting my ribbon tails, but I think this is a little bit faster for me. I'll cut that first before I separate that. Just coming through, dovetailing our ribbons after I've added them in. So it just goes from one tie to the next tie. So I make a tail and then a little bump and then another tail. Middle of that ribbon right there. Tammy said I made everything look so easy. So I do have a roll of ribbon here that has some watermelon slices on it. But y'all, I only have about, let's see, 1, 1 yard and 26 inches, y'all. That's what I have left of this. So I can choose to either save it for my bow Now this is a Ferris silk ribbon. Or I can come back through with some of this polka dot. This is a Ferris silk one as well, y'all. Now Deco does not carry the Ferris silk ribbons, but you can find some really good dupes on there, some 4-inch dupes. Y'all, I love finding me a good dupe. I know a lot of people like handbag dupes, clothing dupes. Y'all, I love ribbon dupes. So there's a plethora of ribbon on DecoeExchange, shoplikeJordan.com, and you can find yourself something that you might like. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and I want to come in. I'm going to zoom in for this part, y'all. So I'm going to make a pinch that together. I'm going to get me a zip tie. And on your rings, you've got an inner, an outer, and then a middle. Y'all, I'm going to come in between every little hump, like right here, in this general area. Wrap the zip tie around that middle ring only. Wrap that around that middle ring. Coming in. And we're going to cinch that shut. And I'm going to add 5 of these. Okay. So it's attached to that wire wreath frame. It's not just suspended up there in air. It's not just, I'm not gluing it in. But right in between, right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hopefully y'all can. But do you see where my finger is? Right here. That's where I attach that to there, y'all. So it's right there in that middle. And then you just fluff that back out. But it's adding another little layer of ribbon. You know, and I love ribbon. So I love ribbon like I love shoes. Y'all, my mother makes fun of me. She calls me Imelda Marco. She's like, okay, Imelda Marco. And I'm like, Mom, I love shoes. I love shoes. So I'll be 100% honest with you. Like, I can't go out of town and not stop. If there's a mall there, I've got to stop and see some shoes. That's like me saying I'm going out of town to where there's Hobby Lobby and not going to Hobby Lobby. I'm going to stop at the Hobby Lobby. Even if I don't need anything, yo. I stopped at one and I only spent $50 one time. So, but I love shoes. So we're just coming in and I am attaching that with the zip tie, y'all. I'm not doing it with the pipe cleaner because I feel like the zip tie it gives me a little bit more security, I feel. I don't have to go back and glue it down or twist that wire to where it's super tight, because the more you twist a pipe cleaner, y'all, I'm sure it may have happened to y'all as well, but you really weaken that wire out as you twist it, because you're twisting and twisting and twisting. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't buy those shoes full price either. You're not gonna catch, well, you'll catch me a few times paying full price, but if I find a shoe that's on sale, especially at an outlet store, y'all, if there's an outlet and I'm like, Nike's one of my favorite brands of shoes. So if there's a Nike outlet, I am for sure stopping. I don't care. I will stop and I will look at the shoes. I did that on Sunday and I came back with Because they had a really good deal. It was 40% off. I was like, 40% off? Heck yeah. I walked out of there with 5 pairs of shoes. So yeah. I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I feel like I went back to school shopping because everyone got shoes. So just adding that extra little touch of ribbon, y'all. And I love this polka dot ribbon. It is a Ferris silk ribbon, but it's my favorite ribbon. It's Megan's favorite ribbon. It's the Mini Dots RD 869-93. Y'all, this one comes in a black and white as well, and I love it. Like I said, I love it. Megan loves it. We use it. I will use this ribbon for Valentine's Day, Christmas, 4th of July, watermelon wreaths, ladybug wreaths. Edna says, I love getting good sales. Heck yeah, I love a good ribbon sale. I love a good shoe sale. I really love a good ribbon and mesh sale though, y'all, because I do wear them. I will make sure, like sometimes when I work, y'all, if you didn't know, and if you're a new follower, I used to work at a grocery store, and I was on my feet all day long. So I would only buy shoes that I would wear to work, okay? Like stuff that I didn't mind getting dirty. Now these shoes that I wear now, I will wear them all the time, but I'm like, if it's raining, we're not going outside if it's raining. No, we're not about that life. If it's snowing, we're wearing boots. But like if I go out of town and I know that there's concrete and stuff like that, I am definitely gonna wear my nice looking shoes. Like I said, I'm a big Nike person. And Adidas. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in a good pair of shoes. Okay, so we've added this layer of ribbon, and then next we're gonna add another layer of ribbon, y'all. So you see how we've added that? But y'all, we haven't gone crazy and added 18 ribbon tails. I only used 5 of this. 5 tails. And these are about, I'm going to say they're probably about 14 or 15 inches long, y'all. I didn't measure. But you know what? Because I can go back through and add that. I'm going to measure that for y'all. I will take that one out and I'll measure it for you. So this is 15 inches. I was right on the money, y'all. Literally 15 inches. And that, putting that in the middle ring, y'all, I've seen it a lot, and I know a lot of people struggle with it because I've seen the question time and time again. You can still see the middle ring, like, what am I doing wrong? It's not that you're doing anything wrong. I want to tell you, sometimes the ties on this aren't that secure. They're not that tight, so they move and they wobble around. And that's okay. But with you adding that little layer of ribbon, you're going to distract your customer because they're going to look at the ribbon and they're not going to see that metal ring. But look at, you can barely even see that metal ring in the middle section now. Just adding that little extra bit of that 4-inch ribbon. So if you are a 4-inch ribbon person, or if you're a 2.5-inch ribbon person, and you only use 2.5-inch and 1.5-inch, but you want to try the 4-inch, y'all, try it. You might like it. I say if you're gonna buy a 4-inch ribbon, buy one that you can use on multiple seasons. A good black and white ribbon is gonna get you a long way. Okay. So now I'm gonna cut. Let's see. Do I have enough for ribbon tails here, y'all? I gotta cut 4 of these. I think I do. No, we're not gonna do ribbon tails. So we're gonna come in through as well, and we're gonna make some more little roller coasters. So just like that. So we're adding that ribbon. So it's all, and we're not doing any tails, y'all. The only tails we've done are these right here, which they're 15 inches. And we tied them to our middle ring. So we've got the inner, the outer, and then there's that one ring in the middle. That's where I've zip tied those in. Tracy found me here. Yep. Angela said, buy some Crocs, great for rain. Angela, I'm gonna tell you, I am not a Crocs boy. I'm not. I'm a Birkenstocks boy though. I love my Birkenstocks. Megan doesn't like it when I wear them with socks, but I love Birkenstocks and socks. So, yeah, it's actually what I'm wearing today. Sometimes if I'm traveling, y'all, I'll wear the Birkenstocks and socks because I don't like untying my tennis shoes and then having to tie them back up because I feel like TSA is just like judging you and you're always rushed, and I'm like, you know what? It's just easier to wear Birkenstocks or some Hey Dudes, slip on, slip off, boom, done. Do y'all ever feel like that? Like, I hope I'm not the only one that feels like that. Especially when you're going through security and TSA and all that. I'm just like, would you let me tie my shoes, please? And they're just like, keep it moving. I'm like, oh my god, I'm trying. I'm trying. Diana says, love big wreaths. You give me new ideas for 4-inch ribbon. Thank you, Jordan. Have you ever tried making a big wreath on boards? Big wreath on boards. On the Unique and the Creek boards? No, I have not. I have not. But I am patient. I am, just like y'all, I am patiently waiting for them to catch up on the patent pending pancake wreath form, because I really would like to see if I can make a big wreath on that. Y'all, Megan gets so scared with it. Like, and it's weird because every single one that I've been to is very different. All the TSAs are different. Like, I can go to one airport, they're like, take out your laptops, take out this, take out that. You know, supplies with a blood donation and fingerprints, and we need 16 pictures of your eyeballs. And then you go to one, they're like, okay, just take off your shoes and your belt and you're good. Don't remove your laptops. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so not every airport is consistent with security here. You know, I will. So I don't have big feet like that, but my mom always gets mad at me because I'm like, when I walk into the house, y'all, I take my shoes off. Like, I'm a barefoot person, or like I'll wear my Birkenstocks or something. But like, she would get so mad at me when I would go to my grandma's house because she's like, "You always take your shoes off," and I'm like, "Yeah, I like being barefoot at grandma's house." Okay, so we've added all of our ribbon tails, but I do like being barefoot. Except in hotel rooms. I don't like being barefoot in hotel rooms. I know, probably weird, but... Okay, so we're gonna add our sign. Make ducktailing look so easy. I feel like mine look horrid. I mean, I just folded in the middle. Well, this one's not that good looking. It needs a little trip to the beauty salon. Okay, so I'm letting my glue gun heat up, y'all. I forgot to turn it on, but I want to go ahead and get my mounting squares and get those ready. So I think that's how I want it, y'all. So I've got this right here on the bottom. Actually, I need to switch this just a little bit. Right there. Because we're going to make a big bow. Let's see. Is it hot? Yep, it sure is. So I am applying these to my sign. I am gluing them on there. Oh, Burke, I've done that. And actually, one time I was going out of town, and thankfully my brother hadn't left the house yet, because we were all going together as a family. We're driving in separate vehicles. And I told him, I was like, before you leave, do me the biggest favor. I was like, go to my work table. So that's why I started buying glue guns, y'all, with like switches, because it'll turn, if the light's on, that means it's on. Well, thankfully I did, and I told him, I was like, before you leave, just double check. I was like, I think I turned it off. And mind you, we were going to be gone for like 2 or 3 days. Needless to say, the hot glue gun was still on before he left, so yeah. You know, I'm a night owl too, so sometimes I just turn all the lights off and go to bed, and I'm like, oops. So now I buy them with the little lights. I always make sure that there's like an on-off switch, so I know if it's off, it's off. If it's on, it's on. I'm like, okay. So, y'all, but yeah, I have left my glue gun on one too many times. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna set that there. And remember, I had that 4-inch ribbon that I was gonna, that I had, that only had a little bit of it, y'all. So we're gonna use this in my bow. Yo, and I love these colors. I guess, I think I like watermelon wreaths because it reminds me of Christmas. Because y'all know I love Christmas and I love the colors on this. Y'all, one of my friends has Alexa in her house. And she has it, Alexa, turn off craft room. And it turns off all of the glue guns and everything. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I don't have that. I'm gonna make two 10-inch loops, pinch and twist. Margaret says I've done that even with the one I bought from Deco. Yeah, I mean, it happens, y'all, but you just gotta be careful. Just got to be careful. Margaritas. Yep. Yep. Eric, why aren't we friends? Margaritas are my thing. I love me a good margarita. Summer. I am like, I really want to go to the beach. I've been on a beach kick for like 2 weeks already. So we're going to do two 11-inch loops with that watermelon ribbon. Y'all, that watermelon ribbon did come from the monthly supply box. And I do know they have extra boxes listed on DecoeExchange website. Or you can just buy the ribbon individually, if you wanted to. So I do make my bows by hand, in my hand. And she says she loves Hey Dudes. Me too. I like the old Hey Dudes though. I don't like their new logo, so I've stopped buying them. But it's worked out in my favor because a lot of like discount stores like Marshalls and like Ross and stuff like that, they're getting shipments of Hey Dudes in with the old logo. So you're yeah, I was like, heck yeah, $30, $24, heck yeah. Yo, I bought my brother a pair of Hey Dudes this weekend that I spent $70 on for $25. I was like, oh. So now we're gonna go 12 inches. So we did 10, 11, and 12. And I did buy some too that had like some pinstriping. I hadn't seen that pattern before, so I still bought me a pair. Laura, did I hear margarita? You sure did, friend. So this one's going to be another 12-inch loop as well. So we did 10, 11, and 12, and 12. I'm kind of taking my time to make sure that the glue is dried on that side. So we're taking our time making our bow. Oh, I bought a lot of shoes. Megan's probably like, honey, you're spending your Disney money. I know. It's okay. I wanna have comfortable shoes. So this one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not measuring out because I want to just go ahead and use it on my wreath. But you can do, so we did 10, 11, 12, 12. You can do 13 or you can do 14 inches on that. Yo, I love this watermelon ribbon. It's like a watercolor watermelon on there, and I love that. Okay. Lisa said, I love the colors. Thank you. So we made a nice big juicy bow. And y'all, this 4-inch, like I said, was left over. So it was the last piece I had. Which, don't think I'm not going to go online. I'm going to find it again. Because I really do like that watermelon ribbon. But I definitely need that ribbon again. Do I have any tips on flimsy ribbon? I bought ribbon and I cannot make a decent bow. It will not twist. I'm so frustrated with it. I do know how to make a hand make a bow, but this is frustrating. So unfortunately with flimsy ribbon, it's really hard to make a bow. But what you could do, Burke, is you can add it on top of a. If you have some of the faux burlap ribbons, if you have faux burlap ribbon, find one that probably matches that ribbon that you're trying to use and layer it in back of it. So, like, let's just say this was the flimsy ribbon. Let's just say it's not holding its shape. But if you have a ribbon that's kind of close to it, and it's a little bit stiffer, you can layer it, which is going to give that color on the inside of it, which will be okay. But like how this one's got the moss and this one's got the lime green, but let's just say the moss was the flimsy ribbon, you can make a decent bow if you layer it on top of other ribbons. So that's, I'll tell you, that's a tip that I've used before, because I've fallen victim to the flimsy ribbon as well, and I'm like, oh, this was really pretty ribbon, because not all ribbons are created equally, y'all. All ribbon wires are different. Where is the best place to purchase ribbons? ShopLikeJordan.com. That's my affiliate with DecoeExchange, y'all. A lot of the ribbons, I'm gonna tell you, are hand chosen by myself, Damon, Parker, and Megan. So we try and find the best quality ribbons out there. Stuff that we know we'll use, and when we go shopping in the showrooms, I will unwrap that ribbon and I will try and make at least a decent bow with it. And if I can, I'm like, okay, we have to get this one. Yeah. So a lot of ribbon companies don't have the same gauge of wire. American flag ribbon with burlap color, that will work. Wreath is red, white, and blue. Yeah, you can do that, or you can line it with the red. You can line it with the blue in the back. So just do whatever you want to. There's no, I don't think you can go wrong, because I would hate for you to throw that ribbon out. Because if it's a pretty ribbon, I mean, there are some, like I said, there are some pretty ribbons out there that unfortunately are flimsy, but that's the way you can salvage it. Buying a 50-yard roll of ribbon, that faux burlap is so great, y'all. If you've watched me before, y'all know I talk about that faux burlap a lot. But I use it every single day. I buy those big boxes. I know it's not in everyone's budget to buy those big boxes. I totally understand that, y'all, because there was a point when I couldn't even afford to buy printed ribbons. So with that, I get the most bang for my buck with those faux burlap ribbons. It's not your turn yet. Oh, you're welcome, Burke. No problem. So I'm just attaching this in, and you'll notice on the very bottom, on the bottom of the wreath, oh, Megan sold the eyeball wreath that she made, y'all. Awesome. So y'all, people are already starting to shop for Halloween, because that was a Halloween wreath that she made. Right here, there's a significant amount of room right here. So I did that because my bow is not she's had a few cheeseburgers, y'all. Y'all know I like my bows big and juicy, so she's had a few cheeseburgers. But look how perfect it fits right there in that section. Those burlap ribbons are amazing. You can add one printer ribbon to a mix of them, and bam, yep. Yo, what I also like to do is on some of those printed ribbons. Yo, Megan does happy dances when she gets a cha-ching. My phone's always on silent, so I never really get to hear the cha-ching. I'm decorating for my friend's graduation party this weekend, and she sent me like 5 or 6 text messages. She's like, Mayday, Mayday, hello. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, I always have my phone on silent. You know, sometimes if I start cleaning or moving stuff, rearranging stuff, like, I don't get on my phone at all. So y'all, do not contact me. Do not try and attempt to contact me in case of emergencies. That is what 911 is for. So I do need to cut that just a little bit more. I know I hear the same thing too as well, y'all. Like, oh, I can't cut the designer ribbon. Just cut the ribbon, y'all. Just cut it. You already spent the money on it. You're not gonna get it back, and you're definitely not gonna get it back if you don't cut it. I'm just saying. So this is one thing I've learned from Megan. I add some glue to the back of my bow, and I'll set it on that mesh, but it's gonna allow my loop to not be moving all over the place. Yo, and the Deco scissors are amazing. I ruined one pair though. I have to clean it. It's this one because it's sticky. I cut some self-adhesive foam sheets with it, and I should have known better, but Okay, so now I have to set it kind of at an angle, y'all, so you can see the entire wreath. But I've got my bow right here, but I want to make a little smaller one for up here, where this loop and this little poof is. I will tell you, I did do some happy dances though. I was like, y'all, I will tell y'all something about Megan though. If there's something in stock and she wants to sell it out, she gonna be determined to sell it out, y'all. She's like, it's gone, gone, gone. Like, if you ever see her doing one of the live sales, they're fun to watch because she's like, oh, there's only 5 left. She's like, gone, gone, they're gone. Y'all, yesterday she's like, did we sell out those eyeball attachments? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I wear glasses, and the little wipe that I use to clean my glasses, it's got alcohol in it, so that's why I use that. Yeah, I'm telling you, she's determined to get rid of your stuff for you. I have never sprayed any of my ribbons with starch. Yeah, so I wear glasses, so I always have those cleaning wipes all the time. So y'all, look, I'm using the last of my watermelon ribbon, y'all. This is literally what I have left. Less than like 34 inches of this ribbon. Y'all, she says she loves helping me, so you're gonna fly to Texas to help me make all those eyeballs? It's fine. It's fine. Yo, I got those eyeballs on. I already have a whole system what we're gonna do, and so I am good to go. I just got to get through this graduation party. Yeah, but that's the good thing about Megan. Like, if I told her, like, hey, could you come and help, she would. You know you would, Megan. You would make that a part of your journey. Kathleen, do you know you're like the 4th or 5th person that has said that to me? Oh, so I'm going to use this polka dot ribbon. I want to bring in the lime green instead. Now, the only thing that really bites about where I live, so it's a 2-hour and 45-minute drive from the airport if I were to pick her up, if she were to fly in. And then there's nothing out here, y'all. There's no Chick-fil-A, there's no Starbucks. There's no Taco Bell. Margaret's been through this neck of the woods. There ain't nothing out here, y'all. Nothing. So just making a little bow. I mean, it's still nice and big and juicy. Y'all know my bows gotta have their cheeseburgers, y'all. Megan, we're only going there as long as those bugs aren't there. That is not a part of my journey, dealing with those bugs. Okay, so I just made a smaller bow. I mean, it's not that much smaller, but one that I can put right here in this little area. They're coming through my mesh. I always try and go through my mesh as much as I can, because when I put that bow, it's not gonna sink right in. That's one thing I also have seen. You know, it's easy to attach it to where the ties are, but it's they kind of sink in sometimes. They sink in. And to me, I've seen it a few times. People make these beautiful bows. Even I've done it, y'all, where I've made beautiful bows. And it's a shame sometimes when you try and stick it in there and it's not perky, it's not pretty the way it's supposed to be. So that's why I put it like on top of the mesh. Y'all, Megan had been begging me for it. She's had those eyeballs sitting around since last year. She's been begging to use them. I was like, and I knew on Sunday she's like, so, I mean on Monday she's like, so, and I'm like, what? Yeah, right now Louisiana's it's like termite season, and that is not a part of my journey, y'all. That is abort mission, 0 stars. Do not recommend. Do not pass go. Well, pass go and collect some compensation for your struggles. Oh, so Burke, you know exactly what I have to go through. 2.5 hours here, 3 hours there. Just trim that up just a little bit. Y'all, when Damon sent a video of the swarm, I was like, no, thank you. That is not a part of my journey. No, we do not do that. Yo, I don't even like grasshoppers. Grasshoppers. Well, welcome, Michelle. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get notifications when we go live here. I do YouTube lives 2 times a week. Sometimes my days vary just depending on my schedule. But you can catch tons of replays as well. We're making another watermelon wreath because I can't seem to keep watermelons in stock. Okay, so now I'm going to take this up to the next level, and we're going to add in some florals, y'all. Yeah, but I already paid for my Adele ticket. So we are gluing this in, and I'm making sure I'm gluing it to my wreath tie. That's a question I get asked all the time. Where are you gluing it? I'm gluing it to my wreath tie, y'all. Yo, I forgot there's a local boutique here in town, here in Alpine, that I ordered some stuff from, and I just realized that I have it ready for pickup. It's been sitting there for like 2 weeks. And one of it's freeze-dried sweet tarts. So I'm like, I need those. Like, I needed those like 2 weeks ago. I mean, how much space does a freeze dryer take up, though? I guess it depends on the size of the freeze dryer, right? Oh, awesome, Michelle. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So there's going to be videos from myself, from Damon, who is the owner of DecoeExchange. I'm the content coordinator. So my name is Jordan, if you're new here. The girl in the comments, Gal versus Glue Gun, that's our guest coach, Megan. She's one of our creative guest coaches on Sundays in the creative coaching group. So you'll see tutorials from just about everybody. We've got quite a few tutorials with different people. You've got myself, you've got Damon, of course, you've got Melly Mel, you've got Melissa. I forgot she doesn't like to be called Melly. Mel. From Melissa. You've also got some from Tammy, Jackie. So we've got stuff from we got videos from everybody. So like I said, I'm gluing this into my wreath, but I'm not gluing it to the mesh. I'm gluing it to my wire wreath frame, y'all. Where those twist ties are, that's where I'm gluing this. It's something I've learned living in West Texas. You know, you gotta make sure that you glue that stuff in there, because you don't want it flying off. Yeah, so Kathleen definitely, she just put in the comments, she was like, tutorials every day of the week, except for Saturday, and special bonuses like big bakes and painting too. Yeah, you know, we've just got a lot in our creative coaching group. You can always go to creativecoachjordan.com and learn all about that. It is a monthly paid group, so you can always check that out. Maybe you might want to try it, and maybe you might like it. Y'all, we have quite a few members that tried it just once. They're like, I'm going to try this and see if I like it. And they've never left. Okay, so this one. This is the last one I have of this. So it's a cute little dainty flower. I don't know where I got this from, but y'all, like, my problem is I buy the stuff and then I'm like, I'll use it on another project, and then I put it away and then I don't find it. So then I buy something different for said project, and yeah, it's just like a vicious cycle, y'all. I'm just like, dang it. And then I find it like this. I'm like, oh, I could have used it on this wreath, or I could have used it on that wreath. But it's got this cute little lime green little pom-pom on it. So I'm like, that looks good in watermelon. So I try not to glue to the mesh as much as I can. I try not to glue to the mesh. I'm not saying it's bad, but where I live in West Texas. So when I glue stuff, I really have to make sure it's really nice and secure in there. Let's see. Yeah, and it melts it, so it, like, I know for someone like me, like, I don't mind gluing the sign down to my mesh. I try and make sure it just adds that, but I also don't just depend on the glue. I'd make sure that I have points of contact where, you know, I've got, like, on this sign there's 4 pipe cleaners, it's wired in, so I'm not just dependent on the glue. Okay. Cannot glue to mesh. Yeah, especially, yeah, the mesh from them, it's not the best quality. Okay, so now, y'all, one thing that screams summer to me and watermelons is red geraniums. I love red geraniums, so I always try and add those into my watermelon wreaths. Well, I have Tennessee, so yep, wreath gone, house gone, yep, gone, gone. So we're coming in through, adding our geraniums, making sure to glue that in. And I love to find geraniums that actually have really nice leaves. These come from Michael's. Michael's is the place to buy the geraniums from. For me, I love their geraniums. So, yeah. That's my favorite place to buy geraniums. This one, we're going to add this in the bow area. One thing I also love to do, as y'all start watching me more and more, you'll see that I love adding some florals into my bow. I feel it makes it look complete. That might just be my mentality, but I feel that if I add the florals into there, it really makes it look nice and complete. And now I've got 2 more little geraniums left, and then we will be done, y'all. Y'all, there's a what is it? It's like, I think like a TikTok or something like that, and we always, it's somebody where they live up north and they always have to deal with a lot of snow. They're like, we don't have tornadoes, we don't have alligators, we don't have this, we don't have that. And I always crack up because I always think of Coach Mel. Because she might have 15 inches of snow, but she's like, I don't have alligators, I don't have tornadoes, I don't have this, I don't have that. Okay, just adjusting that a little bit. And I'm going to glue that to my sign right there in the corner. Yo, I love florals in my wreaths. I know a lot of people don't like them in their mesh wreaths, but I do. I love me some florals in my wreaths. Oh, this one I gotta glue down. So like this, some of it's gonna get on that mesh, but some of that glue also got onto that ribbon that I put in there. Okay, so y'all, there is our watermelon wreath. Our cute welcome watermelon wreath. So y'all, all of this was made on a work wreath form. My favorite work wreath form, XX7504W4. That came from shoplikejordan.com. A majority of this all came from shoplikejordan.com. The sign came from there. The faux burlap, the watermelon ribbon, that came from there. The florals did not, but that's okay. There's also a nice selection of florals on shoplikejordan.com as well, so y'all check it out. Y'all, thanks for hanging out with me today while we make another watermelon wreath. Totally different from the one we made last week, but like I said, I can't keep watermelon wreaths in stock, so I'm going to make watermelon wreaths as long as I can until I don't sell them anymore. Okay? What's your bow recipe? So 2 10-inch, 2 11, 4 12, and then this one's about 13 or 14. Okay? So y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Okay?